Well, it has ended before it even began. Sri Lanka won the toss and chose to bat against South Africa in New York State. It's in New York State. It's not New York City. But yeah, it's not turned out well for them. They're all out for 76. That's right. You heard correct. 76 all out. It should be 77.
77.
They've got that one. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
They need that extra run.
It does matter. They need that one run for sure. But yeah, all out. And I think the correct term would be skittled. Oh, there you go, 77. Since you are adding things, do you want to put a 1 in front of that? Make it 177? So people, it's not a typo, guys. This is not a drill. It is 77. All out for 77 in the 20th over. It was really just a struggle, a crawl right from the beginning. They have managed to hit 3 sixes towards the end, 2 from Angelo, Mathews, 1 from Shanaka. But otherwise, there's been slim pickings for them. And South Africa, they have been absolutely on top. But we will talk about the surface. We will talk about the outfield. This is Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, Bhattacharjya and Harsha Bhogle. Would you like to... One of you can pick the surface, one can pick the outfield.
But I want to pick something funnier.
Yes.
That Nuwan Tushara ran more for no run than ran more to get run out. He went all the way up and all the way back because he was sent back by number 9.
That's true.
And got nothing. Yeah. And he got run out. He had no chance of making the second, so he ran less.
Yeah. Tikshana just does not trust his batting.
No, it was terrible though.
Yeah.
It was terrible. You know, sometimes when you buy a peti of mangoes, ek kharab nikal jata hai usme.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this was that pitch.
Yeah.
And that the other pitches on the square have to be better because you cannot play like this. The ball's not coming on. At least you can play on a different pitch. You cannot play on a different outfield.
Exactly. My point is that you may change the pitch, but that outfield remains the same. You have no option of that. This was like, we spoke about it on the com box, it was like a Bandra ki gully, like full of potholes. It's like...
Absolutely nothing
just
moved and the ball just, the moment it landed, any height it landed, it just stayed there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous because, and the boundaries apparently one side is 80 meters. So that's not helped at all. You know,
how will the ball reach 80 meters?
There's not a hope in anywhere, not a hell, not New York as definitely.
State.
No, not New York State, definitely, absolutely.
It was, as you mentioned, Bandra, whatever, it was like, tumhare Gurgaon mein, because the majority of people here are from Gurgaon, that toll pe there used to be traffic jams.
Sir, no toll over there anymore. Please don't badmouth our Gurgaon, okay? Smooth roads, Autobahn. Over there now. That's something Bandra ki gali. Because those are the ones that have the potholes. Or all Mumbai traffic. Soon as you hit the road, you basically stop. And exactly what has happened. Exactly what happened to their innings as well. We'll have a look at their batters and see how it's been for them. Like we said, it's really been a terrible day for them. And right from the top, you saw the struggle. Just towards the end, when you saw that little partnership between Mathews and Shanaka, flattered to deceive a bit, and you thought, oh, I don't know, maybe is the pitch becoming better to play? Are the conditions better?
That was the only combination that got the outfield right. I don't know if they got the pitch right.
Yeah.
They got the outfield right. Because they put on 23 runs and they hit 3 sixes.
Yeah.
Because they realized zameen pe se to kuch hone wala nahi.
Asman
I might as well hit it in the air.
Yeah.
And they hit 3 sixes. What I would like to see, I'll be very honest, and I have no disrespect for Sri Lanka, but for the tournament, I'd like to see South Africa chase it down in under 10 overs.
Okay.
Because it might at least, in defense of the pitch and the conditions, it might suggest that Sri Lanka batted badly. Though that is slim. The possibility is slim.
Yeah, true, because what we saw in the game yesterday in Guyana...
nice to that,
Yeah, like the game we saw in Guyana yesterday, we saw that was what the pitch was, right? It was one of those 140, 150 pitches. That's why the game was so close. What Harsha is saying is that if this also becomes a crawl and if they take 14, 15 overs to get this, it will suggest what we don't want it to suggest, which is that...
I fear.
Yeah, it's going to be a snooze fest.
There are two parts to it, okay? One is the outfield and one is the pitch, okay? If the pitch is good, you can have somebody hitting 10 sixes, like it happened with Aaron Jones that day.
Yeah.
So because that you can take care of, and that's exactly what he's saying, that the only time 13th, 14th, 15th overs is 6 hit each, the only way to get out is you don't trust the outfield, you go straight out.
Yeah.
But if with the boundaries the size they are, that's also not going to be that easy if you think about it.
But Joy, also to hit it out of the ground, the ball's got to come onto the bat.
Yeah.
If the ball's not coming onto the bat, hitting a 6 is not going to be easy either.
Yeah.
So if it's going to be like this, here's my prediction, rest of the tournament, the proper batters will start to do better and better. That India-Pakistan game, watch out for Babar Azam and watch out especially for Virat Kohli. Because I think it requires smart thinking, clever batters who will adjust to the situation perfectly nobody adjusts the situations better than Virat Kohli. So, but the proper batters, who looked best here today was Angelo Mathews.
Do you think that Sri Lanka then missed a trick by just trying to go too hard in that power play?
Correct. They should have just batted 20 overs, bat 15 overs, get to 75, 76, 77, whatever, and then the last 5 set batters, you figure out what you want to do and get to 120.
I have another question. Just simply forget everything else. I mean, there's a surface you don't know. There's an outfield you really don't know because no amount of net practice does that for you. I always find it difficult to understand where in circumstances you don't know what's going to happen, why you choose to bat first.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know what this is about. At least hindsight, I have hindsight. I'm going to watch somebody else do this.
It's a tactical
Because if you're a bowler, I can at least adjust lengths. I have this ball goes next over, I can adjust. As a batter, I'm gone.
The one thing I will say in their defense, if at all, is it's a day game. And they just thought, look, the strike doesn't look great. If anything, it will get worse. Come, let's take advantage. That's the only thing I can think of.
But then, did they bat as if they thought the track
look,
would
they batted poorly too.
Yeah.
I think we're all here trying to be nice.
Yeah, added to the fact that the ball was really not coming out of the bat, there was a lot of swing we saw. We saw bowlers utilizing that swing. There was deviation. There was shock and awe on the faces of Sri Lankan batters sometimes.
Yeah, I think early on they were getting, in fact, but also the runs were being scored. The maximum number of boundaries have been hit of Rabada because he had that kind of, he was bowling that heavy ball. So when the ball was, even an edge was going, it was going for 4.
Yeah.
So that's the point also, that when bowlers had a bit of weight behind it, it was going even faster. And that's the thing that you look at, that if they Sri Lankan bowlers are not the fastest in the planet. So if they slow it down, they might have had a bit of an advantage as well. Yeah. And let's see how they bowl in these.
Joy, when we were at school, late high school, we studied A and A prime. All that is not A is A prime, right?
Yeah.
This is A, all that not A is A prime. This match today is everything that the IPL isn't.
Yeah.
Sluggish pitches, big boundaries, slow outfields.
Yeah.
It's everything that IPL isn't. And that's why watching it has been difficult. I mean, we've got to be honest.
Yeah.
To people watching this program, watching this game has been very difficult. Because I don't think it's great for the T20 World Cup.
That's true.
We're not saying have 230, 240 pitches.
Yeah.
But this is not very good for the tournament.
I don't agree with Harsha because I didn't find it difficult at all because I was asleep from over 6 to 14, so it was not tough for me to watch. Sorry.
Also, is that why when we sat in the comm box you were the way you were?
My head was falling here and there. That's why. Yeah, it was let's call a spade a spade. It was a snooze fest. It really was. If you're a South African fan, you will love this A++ report card that the bowlers have got. Some of these figures are eye-popping to like a cartoon film level. You literally go back and forth, especially when you look at Anrich Nortje. Geez, he did not have a good IPL, right? He was going for that many runs every ball. And now he's gone 4 overs, 18 dots, 7 runs and 4 wickets. It's great. Love it. Love watching him operate. And I remember that Romario Shepherd over that he bowled in Mumbai and Wankhede, where he went for, I think, 32 odd in 30 odd in the last over. But today he's been fantastic. Bring that back because there's a few others that have to be highlighted there as well. So
I never thought I would look at bowling figures of 4 overs, 1 for 9 and say he spoilt his figures.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
He gave 5 in the last, right? Exactly.
He spoilt his figures. And he's ended 1 for 9 with 20 dot balls. And
there's 74 dot balls in total.
That's ridiculous.
To the quick maths, 74 out of 115.
And here's the point. Is this such a bad pitch that you can't get singles on it?
Exactly.
74 dot ball. That must be a record. I'm sure it must be. This is the lowest score they've hit. This is South Africa's best bowling performance in terms of getting a team out for a lowest total. So all those records, of course, stand. But 74 dot balls, the batting unit's got to look at themselves and say, we haven't applied ourselves.
100% what Joy is saying. You could have run singles.
Yeah.
Hit the ball in the deep, you can run 2s. The ball is slow, it's an 80-meter boundary. Hit the ball in the gap, you can run 2s.
Did you notice a lot? So in the power play, there was a lot of swing and miss, right? Besides the swing and miss, which obviously showed that they were approaching it wrong and they were trying to hit everything out, there was a lot of just indecision and miss. You couldn't tell, are they trying to defend? Are you trying to swipe? Are you just being bamboozled? Is your clarity not there?
They just didn't adjust. And then again, when they picked the ball, the pickup shot, both of times they hit the fielder exact.
Correct. But big outfield, no, Joy. Absolutely. Big outfield, no. You can't hit a six just like that. In the Lanka Premier League, at Wankhede Stadium, at Chinnaswamy Stadium, at Kotla, I can understand there would have been 12. But big outfields. But Joyce Point, I just want to, like stuck record,
Hammer home.
back. Yeah, why? It's taking a long time to reach the fielder on the boundary because of the outfield. The quicker it reaches the fielder on the boundary, the less chance you have running two.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But here's this, you can run twos, no?
You can tap to mid-wicket and run two
I'm going
at the
to check
30-yard
how many
circle.
twos we have.
Right? It really can. But let's come back to Anrich Nortje because irrespective of how...
Porthos is searching for how many twos they
Yeah, I could
Porthos.
check twos, yes. Porthos is
Irrespective of just how Sri Lanka didn't apply themselves in terms of batting, we got to say Anrich Nortje was just fantastic today.
And happy for him because he's a quality bowler.
Yeah.
He came here and, I mean, he bowled 4 20th overs.
Yeah.
The 20th over, he bowled 4 times
Correct.
and went for 102.
Yeah, that's true.
As a sum of the runs he conceded in those 4 20th overs. But he is a very high quality, proper bowler. He's coming back. So maybe however much the pitch is in your favor, 4 for 7 means you've bowled well.
Yeah, it's the best bowling performance for South Africa in a T20 World Cup. So,
And
Also, it suits this kind of pitch, also suits the kind of bowling he does, which is that, see, Rabada will also try and swing it. He'll get an edge out here. Something will happen. He's not just playing. Nortje at his best is really fast, on the stumps, you hit, I miss kind of bowling. A lot of guys, just trying to hit you, get top edges. They don't know where to play you. So, if the pitch is there, which he's not going to give you any freebies. The disadvantage of Rabada is, and even somebody like a Marco Jansen, you could nick it and the ball could fly over the outfield.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen with Nortje.
Joy, there's one picture that to me told me everything about this surface. I know Tikshana is a number 9 batter, but Tikshana ducked to a short ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it barely went over him. And everybody was looking around saying, what's happening here? He ducked and the ball barely went over him.
yeah.
And that was as the match wore on. Early on, when the ball was hard, there was still some bounce, but he ducked. You would
just
expect
missed.
the ball, yeah.
And not only that, how many, when the over, how many were called? Bounces. Very few.
Yeah.
Very few.
78 is what South Africa have to get their 2 points. Looking at the bowlers that they have, because they don't have any express quick bowlers, and they've obviously gone with a lot of spinners, Joy, we've seen. I don't know, this is obviously...
Hasaranga, Tikshana. Look, Pathirana and Tushara can be quick in the air. But Shanaka pace off, Mathews pace off, Asalanka off spin, Tikshana, Pathirana, Kamindu, Mendis. They need South Africa to be 10 for 3.
Yeah, but that old saying that judge a surface after both teams have batted on it, like you were saying. Yeah. South Africa, will they then do that? Will they try to go hammer and tongs, or will they just say, listen, man, we don't, let's be cool about it. Let's not try to get all of them in the power play.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think they'll play their natural game, but they will also be aware that in these conditions, the best time to hit in the outfield is when there are just 2 players out there.
Yeah.
So I think they will take advantage of that, definitely. But they won't take it. They don't need to take unnecessary risks because there's not even a 125, 130 total that you could be in trouble.
It's tough to build, it's tough to even say anything about it, right?
I was speaking to a group of overseas people, Americans and people from part of Europe, whatever, and trying to explain to them what makes our game great. How do I explain to them that in the same format, 2 players at 125 in the power play, and a team struggles to get to 75? Kaise batao?
In 20.
In 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if they come from America because baseball pitches don't matter. There is
Correct.
nothing.
Everything in the
there is
air.
nothing
Can you imagine if you played our game without having worrying about pitches?
Hard sell. It's a hard sell, this one. But if Sri Lanka can rattle South Africa, they can get them 10 for 3, as Harsha saying.
So that's the
This will
thing.
make interesting watching.
If they go boom, boom, and suddenly lose 2 or 3 wickets, and then Hasaranga and Tikshana and Asalanka and all these guys start to come in,
Yeah. But
But
one thing-
76.
Yeah, but that's one. The second is that will work even better once the field is out. When the field is in,
Yeah.
if you come in and I just need to get out.
But here's the thing, somebody like Markram is so experienced and so clever, played so much test cricket, even if you lose a couple of wickets with your hitters, you know that he's the guy who will say, I just need to be around. If I'm around for 14 overs, we win this game. And he won't make the mistake that Sri Lanka made. He'll juice those singles, he'll get those twos, he'll get that job done. So yeah, it is tough. I'm not going to ask advantage who, because come on. No, I don't. I'm not
how many in the
asking.
power play? 12.
How many in the power play? 12? It's not too far from Sri Lanka,
Oh,
actually.
Sri Lanka got 24, no?
Yeah,
They got 24 in the power play.
not too far away. What do you say? What's your power play guess?
I don't know. Numbers pop to mind, and I think it's too low, but I'll stick with it. 43.
43.
You think it's low? Oh, I thought it gone high.
he's saying 12.
No, I was just, that was a joke.
But that means, what are you saying? 30?
What are you saying? No, I'm not doing it again.
I don't know. I'm thinking.
No, I'm actually going sort of 35, 36, I think.
Okay, then I'll go Upar. I'll go 56.
May you be right.
I know.
None of us will be particularly upset if you're right.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Did you suddenly notice the last 30 seconds, we were all talking like the pace at which the game was going on?
Slower, perhaps. There's no more compelling television than three men sitting and thinking. I feel like that it makes a very compelling television. A little more compelling than the batting for sure. All right, that's it. We got to scoot. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over for Cricbuzz Live.
Definitely. Definitely.
It'll be over by then. Come on. It'll be over by the 10th. It's not going to be on the 10th. Don't jinx it, you're saying?
I'm saying we need this total to be chased just to prove that the pitches is not so bad.
Yeah, so that's it. We'll be back here by the 10th. What do you say?
I think this game needs to get over in the 10th.
Yeah? Excellent. All right. Did you, oh, by the way, the producer's asking if you said 35 or 36.
Oh, producer, the only one who's interested, I think.
Of course.
I said 35, okay.
Very interested. 36.
43.
43.
Prime number.
56. All right, those are our power play score guesses. Remember, this guessing game is very important. Today, it seems even more important than the game that's being played, but that's true of pretty much every other day that this show happens. We're watching Cricbuzz Live. From us, it is dinner time. Bye-bye. See you in a bit.